witches. I know it's been a few weeks, but I'm sure a lot of you are kind of in the same boat of overwhelm right now. Whether you realize it or not, we're continually dealing with grief right now and loss through this whole pandemic. So I hope all of you are hanging in there, and I'm sending my positive thoughts and wishes to each and every one of you. Now today I want to talk about play. Think about it. When you're a kid, of course, it's encouraged to go outside and play and get your energy out, but as you get older, you get to a working age, that sense of play is just completely downgraded. But I'm here to tell you that it is absolutely necessary as an adult to become healthy and happy. You need to have some free time. You need to play. Obviously, as a side note, I want to preface all of this and recognize the deep inequity to the access of play depending on your class. And of course, this is coming from my own perspective living and growing up in the US. However, I know for a fact that unfortunately, in many places around the world, your class very much affects your access to leisure and play and free time. I believe we can recognize that and continue to fight a system that rewards free time to those who usually are working the least or putting in the least amount of effort. So it is definitely unfortunate. However, I want us to work together and find ways that we can still incorporate playtime, leisure into our lives, despite not having a lot of time or money or space to do so. So first, why? Why am I so adamant that you stop working, you stop scrolling, and you just play? Well, the science is there, and you probably know just from your own experience that play means fun, and fun means joy, and we could definitely use a lot more joy in our lives, especially today. We need to play as adults with our partners, friends, family, coworkers, pets, children, or even solo. Playing without a specific aim or structure can help you fuel your creativity, it can help you with problem solving, and just your general emotional well-being. These fun activities can trigger the release of endorphins. That's your body's natural feel-good chemical. So once you get these endorphins going, you're improving your sense of well-being, and it can even temporarily relieve pain. Playing can make you smarter. Think about activities like chess, completing puzzles, board games, any games or activities that are challenging you. They help prevent memory problems and they improve your brain function. On top of this, if you are playing these games or you're working together, collaborating, or playing against somebody in some type of game play activity, then because you're sharing these moments with other people, you are helping to decrease your stress, and it can also help you fight off depression symptoms. Think about your school experience. You probably learned and held on to information better when you had a great teacher that allowed you to discover and explore subjects through engaging activities or projects. Now you think to all the hours and hours and hours of lectures that you've listened to or spent hours copying notes from a board. You probably don't remember those classes as much, right? And this is because whether you're a child or an adult, playing stimulates your mind and boosts creativity. It helps us become more adaptable and ready for change, which is always a great skill to have. If you're playing with others, then you're also improving your relationship skills. Sharing and fun and laughter can foster compassion, trust, and intimacy with those involved. You might just want to start with adopting a more playful state of mind. Or maybe this is already you. You can probably think of somebody you know that embodies a playful state of mind. These folks tend to be really, they've got this aura around them, right? So they tend to loosen people up around them. If it's a stressful situation, they can kind of bring down that anxiety for you. They're good at breaking the ice, and they tend to make friends easily. You don't even have to think of a specific activity off the bat, just kind of adopt that playful state of mind and help others around you kind of lessen their worries. Lastly, for the why of why you should insert some more play into your life, I'm going to pull a quote from the author George Bernard Shaw. This quote kind of embodies what I'm trying to get across here. You don't stop playing because you grow old. You grow old because you stop playing. I've seen people younger than me, they think they're technically grown, so they're very serious all the time or making money nonstop, the grind culture kind of thing. People like that Even though I guess from one standpoint you could say that that's inspiring to see somebody grind and get what they want, but I know that those folks can burn out quickly, they become jaded, and simply put, no fun. On the other hand, some of the most playful, fun people I've been around are older folks who know that life's too short to waste time overworking, right? And of course, that's a perspective that they can get from experience. However, I know people my age and people younger that still, they have this playful state of mind, as I mentioned earlier. These are the people that recharge you with their presence. And personally, I strive to be that type of light for myself and for others. It's endearing, it recharges you, like I said, and you need those people around you to recharge you. Now for the how. That might seem like a silly question at first, but yes, some of us are so overworked, burnt out, and removed from the idea of fun that you've literally forgotten how to play. Of course, for most of us, it's a time and money issue, and I totally get that. We're forced to work long hours, and then at the end of the day, maybe the only thing you have energy for is to just turn on Netflix, lay back, and chill until you fall asleep. And I 1000% get that because I do that a lot. The good news. The good news is that inserting even the slightest bit of play into your life can help. Even if it's like goofing off with friends, sharing jokes with your coworkers, dressing up, playing fetch with your dog, playing a game of charades, going for a bike ride by yourself or with others. There doesn't have to be a point to play beyond having fun and enjoying yourself or the company of others. There really doesn't have to be a goal. Of course, there can be a goal if it's a competitive game or you're trying to learn something new. But playing without a purpose, that's really where you're gonna have creativity jump out and have those brain connections happening. Now, of course, this was all much easier to do pre-pandemic, right? Personally, I loved to spend weekends going out to shows, hanging out with my friends, traveling, camping, hiking, exploring thrift stores and flea markets and stuff like that. Nowadays, a lot of those options do not exist safely for me. So we've got to get creative. And not only are, things closed or I don't feel safe going inside of places, there's less and less outdoor options as this part of the US that I live in gets colder and colder during the winter. The option of extended outdoor activities is going to be, few and far between as we get into the even colder months coming up. I know some of us are sick of virtual events and Zoom meetings and the like, but you can still get creative. And even when you can't play with your friends in person, hopefully at least seeing their faces and hearing their voices can lift your spirits. Playing more is actually a goal of mine. I'm forever trying to find a balance, and I think dedicating enough time to play will be a great challenge for me. One of my main outlets for stress is obviously lifting weights and working out. And right now I do consider some of that playing because I'm not training for a meet right now, so it's a little bit more low stakes. However, I do acknowledge that I need more activities to spark my creativity. I've started going on post-work walks where I leave my phone at home so I can just really be in my environment. I've gotten really into rollerblading again as well, so I've been skating around, finding new spots in the city where I can skate. That's been really fun. I still try to get out on hikes as much as I can, preferably with friends. I also want to play my guitar more often, as I tend to fall in and out of picking it up for months at a time, which I hate. I should do it more. And I absolutely want to do more at-home karaoke nights because I love singing, and getting silly and singing without worrying about an audience or anything can be really fun. So Kevin, what are your favorite activities to let loose and get your creative juices flowing? What will you incorporate into your life this upcoming year that's going to bring you more joy? I would really love to hear your ideas. Leave a comment below, share the video with friends, and of course subscribe to Wait Which Fit if you haven't already. I'm really excited to hear more ideas on how we can play here at home by ourselves or virtually. We really need to come together and find different ways that we can make it through this pandemic. Even though we are separate, we are together. So thank you for joining me, Wait Witches, and I'll see you next time.